welcome to another episode of M Lab Podcast. What are we cooking up today? This is episode 12. Today I'm going to talk about Lindsay Clacy's case. If I butchered her name, my bad. I don't really care. I want to talk about postpartum extreme psychosis and the research that's going on behind postpartum for the most part, and mental health awareness for both men and women, technically. I don't really remember what everybody else's topic was, so I'm just gonna let I'm gonna let Tony go first and say what he wants to say for his what we're gonna talk about. So go ahead.
Me?
Yes, you.
Why me?
Wolf, then you go.
Why me?
I just please.
This is a man moment. This is like
okay. Just okay. I'll do it since this is the second take. All right. So it comes to my topic. My topic is about actors and celebrities in political roles and offices, and talking about and discussing with the rest of the group of how they feel about that. And I'll segue into another segment with that as well, but I'll talk about that later once we get there. I want it to be a bit of a surprise. Who else? Tucker, what's your topic? Or are you just along for the ride like a little gremlin?
he's
Yeah.
along for the ride like a good boy.
Little good boy.
Okay.
Little good boy.
You know what? I do have a topic, actually.
What?
I forgot what it was. You gotta give it.
Being gay,
Wonderful.
kissing men.
I did actually genuinely have a topic. I kind of did actually genuinely forget what it was, so we'll come back to that later.
Alrighty, so Tucker's mystery.
Yeah, we'll call it that. Yeah.
Called the mystery Tucker topic at the end. And then Cobra.
I don't have a topic. Mostly I just want to talk to you guys and make sure you guys are good.
Depression.
We can talk about that later.
Bean.
Alright, then I'll start. So when Lindsay Clacy's case, just give a little bit of background, she was experiencing I think it was after her first or second child, that she's experiencing postpartum. After the third child was born, she started experiencing extreme psychosis, involving postpartum. And I think it took a year for this case to actually make it to court. And what are we in 2026? This all started basically in 2020 when she had her firstborn, I think. If I'm wrong, then I'll just put it into side chat, like when basically she had her firstborn child, all the way until to 2025 that she ended up unaliving 3 of her children. But in that span of time, she had seen multiple doctors in series of months and went to the hospital multiple times. She was on at least 11 different medications that weren't doing really anything for her. And she was basically telling like the doctors, like, hey, I would like to be admitted. I'm thinking harmful thoughts towards my children and myself. And she's basically asking for help. She wasn't really like those type of people that are just doing it just to fucking do it. She was pretty cognitive. She was pretty normal about it. She was just like, hey, like, this is what's going on with me. I need help. But in my opinion, some doctors don't believe you if they don't see signs of mental issues. Because you have the typical people who play the victim cards of like, oh, I am mentally ill, because they want to get something out of whatever they want to get out of that situation. So, in this current situation, not everybody is like that. And especially for like my own mental issues, like I perform perfectly fine, but behind closed doors, like there's mental issues. And that's what doctors are trying to look for, is to see if you have physical signs of mental issues. This is also happening to my mom too. My mom has like schizophrenia, she has severe anxiety, but then she went to the doctors. They told her that you're completely fine and you can go back to work. And she's like, I can't because I have severe anxiety, depression. I think she has like type 1 bipolarism. And like I said, also schizophrenia, like early stages of schizophrenia when it comes to her anxiety. That's when it's triggered. But she hasn't worked in years. But now they're saying that she could go back to work because she isn't showing any signs of that as of right now. But, you know, doctors are looking over people's paperworks and saying, like, oh yeah, you can definitely go to work. And then they end up killing people. Or killing themselves. Or harming themselves. Or what happened just not that long ago in the In-N-Out? That person probably had some mental health issues, or just I don't know the whole story about the shooting in Idaho. I think it is Idaho. And an In-N-Out burger. I don't remember. I think it was Idaho or Illinois or something like that. I think it might have been Idaho. Maybe they have a mental health issue, but the thing is that we're not really watching those people who are kind of like going through
Idaho,
yeah, it's Idaho. Okay, thank you. We're not watching those people who are going through extreme mental illnesses. And unfortunately, going back to that case specifically, when it comes to like postpartum in women, there is a series of cases of like severe depression. There is times where there's a psychosis and it can get extreme where women can get visions of hurting their own children, and it's kind of like playing in a part of, as I can describe it, is basically kind of like a schizophrenic moment where you think you're killing your children, but then you come back to reality, but you're not. And that's why when like I was having my child, my doctors would ask me like, make sure you tell us if you're having visions of hurting your children, and we'll get you mental health immediately. And luckily enough, I didn't have that. But for this mother, she was looked over for so long that, and they just kept on giving her medication. And she tried to admit herself to the hospital multiple times, but they let her go because they consider her completely sane, when she was basically telling them, I'm going to harm myself and my children. But as of right now, she's in court. They're doing the trial and everything, and they're trying to put her into jail, or I think on what Wolf was telling me earlier when I was talking to him about it, more of death row due to killing all 3 of her children, because she was cognitive enough to plan out to tell her husband to go pick up medication in this one area and go get food in a different area, which gave 45 minutes for her to do whatever she needed to do. So they called it like pre-planned, or what do they call it when people have like meditated murder?
Premeditated murder.
Yeah, premeditated murder. So they're trying to
Yeah,
play
with that information, my opinion has changed. I didn't know about that.
My opinion still stands that she still has mental health issues.
Most definitely.
I don't think she shouldn't go to death row about it or put into jail. I think she should be put into a mental institution and be watched and stay in there, in my opinion. I don't think it was a premeditated murder. She apparently was having voices in her head to tell her to do all this stuff. And that, like I said, that can happen in postpartum extreme psychosis, where you have stuff telling in your head to kill your own children because you're so stressed out. I think she also had told her husband that she was having these thoughts. He tried to get her help. No one really wanted to listen. And I think it was just basically like a failure of the system that she was going through. And I'm not saying I'm on the mother's side. I'm just saying, like, it's more of like having the right justice. someone should be killed because they did this. If they are experiencing extreme psychosis in the moment of time, she has all the records of her going to the doctors, of each moment of her telling them, I am not okay. They should have at least. It's just. I think it's just a big look over. Like, they should at least taken away the children or leave the children with somebody else and give the mother the proper help that she needed and didn't have to result in loss of said children. And
it just goes to show you how many holes are in the justice.
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's really, there's, that's what I was gonna say. God damn it. There's just too much loopholes in this system, and the funny thing is that when they brought the doctors in, I think one doctor, the lawyer for her defense was talking to one of the doctors and saying, like, asking all of her records at the time, you know, how much she weighed, how much she did, like, what was her, I forgot what he said, her core temperature. I think it was like 80 degrees and stuff like that. And the doctor was like, oh, I don't know that. Oh, I don't know that. He's like, how do you not know anything about your patient when you saw her? And the doctor was like, well, I haven't seen this patient in over a year. And now, but my thing is that if I was a doctor and I haven't seen this patient in over a year, and the lawyer told the doctor in front of her face that he was like, didn't you look over her paperwork before you came in here? And the doctor had the audacity to say that, yes, I looked over her paperwork, but I don't remember it because I don't have a photographic memory. And I'm like, dude, you're on trial right now.
Me personally,
I would be shitting my pants.
I'd say a lot of this could be fixed if they actually had even though this would go against a lot of people's rights in the United States, having someone to check up on your mental weeks before the birth, and a week or whatever a time they need to recuperate weeks after the birth in order to decide whether or not this person's fit to be a parent.
Actually, they do. I
They
went
do?
through that screening. Yes, I went through that screening before I gave birth and after I gave birth.
Wait, how long though? How long?
I think it was about for almost 2 years.
Well, did they repeat? Oh, wait, are you talking about your nursing thing?
Yes, they are.
Not everyone gets that.
I know not everybody gets that, but I did.
I know, but I'm trying to say is that should be required. The whole them checking to see if you're a fit parent or not.
Well, the thing
because
is
there's
that,
too many kids that are just honestly absolutely have zero skill in anything because their parents are too much of fuckwits to teach them anything.
I think it's just per state, because my state actually.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Well, hold on. When I go into the doctor's office, they ask me too, how is my mental state? So when I go to the my child's doctor's appointments, they ask me for my mental state. And
oh yeah, all doctors do that. No, all doctors do that. I'm talking about somebody going to your house, seeing the condition of the house with said child, and seeing if this is a good fit area for a child.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that
and it goes against a lot of rights.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't go against anybody's rights. It's just up to the parent whether if they want to do it or not. It's also insurance based too.
No, I mean forced, like government enforced.
Then say that. You didn't say government.
I thought I did. When I said earlier, I said forced, but I guess I didn't say it properly. I'm talking about government enforced because I know, yeah, it's gonna exact a lot of issues. But if you're bringing a child in this world, there's so many factors that you're putting not just the child but other people at risk. If you make
there's a lot of other things that have to fix about the way society, like financing and like the way we get paid, the way everything costs and everything. Mm-hmm. If they were to fix that, they could 100% do that.
Yeah, but at the same time, that does eliminate a lot of things in one go. Because if you think about it, where does most of the issues go with children? teaching in the early stages, teaching them the life values and stuff like that. Let's just say you have parents with life values as to, like, oh, if anyone disagrees with you, you can fucking shoot them. Or if anyone disagrees with you, that, you know what I'm talking about? Like, fucked up parents. Like, really fucked up parents.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that really shouldn't be bringing more into this world themselves.
Well, that's the thing. That's what, you know, there's just, it's just, like I said, it's just basically the failure of the system. They're not doing their job to properly look after parents and see what they're doing. You know, the government wants us to have more children, but then the more children we have, the more fucked up people we have. So it's like, again,
It's not really the amount. It's not really the amount of children, in my opinion, is the problem. It's more the sense of.
I'm saying the fucked up parents are basically having more children because the government said.
Well, it's because they live. It's because they live off welfare. Because they have like 12 kids. Yeah, they have like 12 kids, and they get like a $3,000 monthly check. And I'm just like, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, the people who are fucked up and basically living off of welfare is having more children and having more fucked up children at the same time.
I feel like the welfare system needs to be fucking reevaluated and reworked completely.
It's not it's you are right. I have to admit, you are right. But I also think, like, the people who have children and are in the welfare system, they should be at least
our generation.
What?
You're glitching out for me. Did you say generation? What'd you say?
No,
I said. What?
No, what I said was, I'm pretty sure my recording captured it. But what I'm saying is that when it comes to that welfare system, they should at least be I said you were right. In the welfare system, they should also be checking on the parents closely who are in the welfare system, because there's a lot of people who are taking advantage.
I feel like that'd be a good middle. That'd be a good middle. Don't have the enforced check everyone law for like every single child in America. Have it for the people who are relying on welfare and making sure that they're using this properly and not going out to buy drinks, cigs, and fucking other random shit that has nothing to do with the kid.
Yeah.
Either that or set up, honestly. Either that, or if welfare could set up a credit card based system that only they'll just buy the items and sell them.
Well, the thing is that, hold on, if the nursing program that I went through is universal, then a lot of parents will be going down the shithole, because if that program was given to mostly every parent, it would be basically a big system of it would actually be a very big company, honestly.
Yeah, but now you're thinking but now you're thinking private. Now only certain people can afford it. The only way this works is if it's
I'm not
part
talking
of the welfare.
about private. I'm not talking about private, because I think I got that through my insurance.
Well, yeah, but you said company, so that means private.
No. I'm saying as a company or corporation, it will be pretty big, since everybody will be technically getting one, you know, since they're gonna be having a child. And basically that nurse will be with you from when you get pregnant, or when you know you're pregnant, all the way until you give birth. So basically,
or maybe
like a 2-year thing.
Yeah, I feel like maybe in order to save costs, maybe depending on how the nurse views, maybe if the person is overqualified or qualified good enough to be a parent,
that's what I'm saying.
Let me finish real quick. I'm gonna segue it. That they shouldn't need the nurse as much. And the nurse can determine that and be like, hey, you guys are good parents, you're good to go, it's out of my hands. And then when we start getting down to the medium people, it's like, I'm going to be here for a little bit, but nothing too crazy. But then you have the shit people. And at that point, that nurse is going to be there for a while, but they're going to be deciding at the end of their trip with them if they are able to even handle the child. And at that point, even though this might make a lot of people pissed off, to honestly take the child away. I know that that's gonna like that upsets people because yeah, it's your child, but at the same time, if you love your child enough and you can't give them the life they need, once you love them enough to be able to extend them to a life that they deserve.
Yeah, yeah. Now this also goes behind. I don't think the mother that unalived her children was on welfare or anything like that. This is not specifically
Oh no, we
oriented
just
towards
segued
welfare people.
hard.
We're just talking about like
We
basically
just
coming
segued
up
hard.
with a solution to the problem. We're coming up with a solution to the problem. But this also goes behind like Planned Parenthood. Listen, I'm pro-choice. If you have the choice whether if you want to get rid of your child, I am okay with that. That is your choice. Now, I think I had this conversation with Wolf a long time ago. If it happens during like sexual assault, then of course, yes, you can get that choice done. But if you're going in there like multiple times out of a few fucking months, then you shouldn't be having sex at all.
It's like, is this
You
your
should
third
you
abortion? This is your
yeah,
third
like then you
abortion in
have
the month.
fucking issues, dude.
You
Like
got
you have
issues. You
issues.
need to be done. Honestly, the fourth one, they should be forced to be like, sorry, you're denied.
Like, what are you like?
You're
Are you a
bearing that
sex
child.
worker or like what? Like, are you?
Yeah, at that point
know,
you need to ask questions like, what's going on here? Like,
That's what
are
I'm
we just
saying.
a
So like, there should be a system. Like, if somebody, okay, like let me finish what I was trying to say. I'm like I said, I'm very pro-choice. If you what I'm saying is that when it comes to the Planned Parenthood or you, there should be a beginning of making a choice to whether if you want to have children or not. Yes, children are sometimes they happen out of nowhere. You don't expect it, yada yada. Then okay, go to Planned Parenthood. Plan out. That's why they call it Planned Parenthood. Plan out what you want to do next. You can either make the choice to abort it or you can make the choice to continue on. But on top of that, you should get mental health screenings, whether you can actually take care of said child. That's what I'm trying to say. Like to set up a system of as to everybody thinks Planned Parenthood is like the worst thing in the world. No. Planned Parenthood is not specifically just aborting children. There is also healthcare for women who can't get into their OB appointments on time or can't afford OB appointments if they don't have insurance. They can go to Planned Parenthood and ask them for contraceptive pills, condoms, whatever they want to do, or get appointments to tie their tubes or something. Like, it's just basically everything for a woman. It's not specifically just to get rid of your said child.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with that about the whole Planned Parenthood being horrible. The organization itself and what it does behind closed doors is pretty fucking bad. I don't know if you know any of the stuff they do behind closed doors, but with abortions, they sell the babies, dead tissue and dead body parts to other organizations. So, in my opinion, that's pretty fucked up. And they're selling it to
But then
profit.
again, you're probably gonna hate me if I say this, but honestly, how is that my problem? It's out of me.
I know.
Do whatever you want.
I know. But to me, it's like that's like kind of like Epstein level shit. You're selling God knows who. Because just so you know, from what we know, the parties that they're selling to were not like medical parties. They were like rich groups.
You should have said that.
Yeah, they're rich party groups, and there's a possibility that they were involved with Epstein and the whole
if that's
eating
the case,
young
then
people.
yes, like, but that's what I'm trying to get at. There are better sides to Planned Parenthood. I didn't know they were going to be doing that shit. So you should have said
me personally, I think Planned Parenthood itself needs to be
just revised.
Just honestly, not just revised, completely deconstructed and make a whole new system.
Well,
like the whole system itself. I know, but a part of me thinks of it just destroying it entirely, so that none of its networking can be still interlinked. Because if you revise it, you still have the same networking and the same everything else still. It will still have the same contacts and everything. That's why I'm saying completely destroying it and making a whole new one would be, in my opinion, better.
That's what I'm saying. Like, not all Planned Parenthoods are like that. Like I said, it's just depending on the state. So it's just do your research. Honestly, it's just basically.
Well, they're all interlinked.
The research. Yes,
They're
even
all
though all of them,
interlinked.
yes, even though all of them are interlinked, it doesn't mean that all of them are doing it. Unless you could just do the research right now and say like, yeah, they're all doing it, then yeah, I would say so. But in my opinion, I don't think all of them are like that. Um, but um, I lost my train of thought for a second. But yeah. So
I just
when it comes to like a basically the Planned Parenthood, there should be at least if you find out that you're pregnant but you don't know what to do with it, and you're kind of at that stage of like, I don't know, I don't think I'm mentally stable and whatever. You should just they should have like a program where you go through and plan out your child. Um, I think everybody should be at least planning out their child so that they can go through the mental health screenings, whether they can have specific said children. And I honestly think the research between like mental health and postpartum would be better that way too, because if you do research and how many people are coming in for it, how many people are coming out of it okay, how many people are doing this, I think the research would be much more better when it comes to postpartum and believing the mother when she says that she's mentally ill after having the child. um, because like sometimes it could just also happen where the mother might be okay while she's pregnant and then after she can go downhill. That's what I'm saying, like it should just be a constant evaluation.
that's what I said. It should be afterwards too, not just before.
No, I am saying that even after having the
I'm
child.
agreeing. I'm
Yeah,
agreeing.
yeah, okay, yes. Even after having the child, some people will experience it after, even though they were okay. So I think there's just everything should just be revised and dismantled and just brought up again, but then it will cost so much money. Nobody wants to do that. So might as well fuck it. Make your own damn company then. you know? But that will also cost money too, so I don't got $1,000,000 up my ass. If I did, I would. Um but at the end of the day, like I feel like people who are kind of like that shouldn't be having children at all. If a woman comes into my office and I'm the doctor and says I am not mentally okay, I will watch that person for a while. I wouldn't even let them out
Honestly,
of my fucking office half of the
honestly,
time.
the people who really did the best was China. They really locked
China.
down on who's allowed to have children, who's not. Not based off any form of money status. It's mostly just fully based off of actual interviews they have to do before having children, which is
That's
mostly
what I'm
due to
saying.
their high. But it's only mostly due to their high population. That is the only reason why they started it. But it does have results, and they now find what parents are suitable to bring in their society. And for
Yes,
those who
that's what I'm
don't know,
saying.
if you have seen nothing of actual China, which my family has actually been to, actually seen real China, it's nowhere near what any political or anything says about them, to be honest. They're very much just like us, to be honest, with just different tastes and different things and maybe a little bit different political style. But at the end of the day, they're kind of just like us when it comes to their first world country values, and they believe in the same things. Get money, uh, feed their family, live a good life, and that's about it. Nothing like where they say like, "Oh, they're constantly after us." No, they're not. They don't give a shit about us. They're living their lives over there.
I
And
think
to be honest,
everybody
some parts
noticed
of
that
China.
when I think everybody noticed that when Red Note came out
Yeah.
with
Oh,
China.
yeah. If anyone was from Red Note, God, that was actually really cool. I ain't gonna lie.
It was
Seeing the
funny
other side
being
was
there.
really nice. I'm pretty sure Russia will be the same. Like, even though we hear plenty of shit about Russia, I have a sneak feeling that it's probably just gonna be the same shit. They're probably just gonna be a bunch of people who are just same exact values and everything. It's just mostly the government's wanting us to be hating each other because it's how they make money off of us.
It's called propaganda. It's
I
called
know.
propaganda.
I was just more in the sense not saying the word propaganda because then people were just like, "Oh, you just talking about."
I don't give a fuck. They can say that. I don't give a fuck. They could be mad about us saying it. It's just basically it is just basically propaganda. They don't want us to know what other countries are doing better. They don't want us to leave the country to move somewhere else. Like
Here, I'll balance it out. I'll balance it out. Fuck the Chinese. No, I'm joking.
nah. honestly,
Perfectly balanced. So
but at
everything should.
the end of the day, it's just more like coming down to just do your research. Yet again, I think what everybody's just not noticing is that the more ignorant you're about things, the more things are not really gonna come out your way.
God,
So
I personally hate. Sorry, continue. Continue.
if you if you listen, if you're pregnant and you're having like deep thoughts about about your pregnancy, if you're not feeling that connection with your child and you don't know if you're going to be okay or not, you should seek medical attention immediately, because you and always knowing your family's history mental health wise is also a really good thing too. Like knowing that my mother was going through a very bad postpartum, I try to keep myself in check as much as I can when it comes to my child, because I know my mom had some serious issues when she had all my siblings and me. So I try to keep my mental health in check as much as I can. I mean, like I had some dark moments with my child, and you know, luckily enough, I never got to that point where that mother did what she did. But I mean, I hope her trial comes out pretty well, where she gets the mental health that she needs and not just kill her because she is mentally ill. Um, she is actually showing signs as to having a mental illness. So it's just basically up to the court.
In my
And
opinion, to me, either way, it solves the problem either way, because I have two different sides of how I view political things and stuff like this. So each one side says, ah, kill her, gets rid of the problem, no more psycho. And then the other part of me is like, she deserves a chance to see if she can get herself fixed. So either way, it's a win in my
it's not
book.
even about getting fixed. She's not going to be. If she's put into a mental institution, she's probably not going to ever see the daylight ever again. They keep her.
Then what's
It's
the
gonna be
point?
like that movie. It's
What's
gonna
the
be like
point?
that
Just put a bullet in
movie.
me at that point.
It's gonna no. There's mental institutions out there where there's people that won't see fucking daylight. They will.
Oh, you just kill me.
On. They're actually on their own little private sector of just staying with other mentally ill people.
Were you describing Gotham? Are you just trying
No,
to?
it's not.
You're
No,
describing
it's
fucking
actually it's
Arkham.
no. I think what movie was it? It starred Leonardo DiCaprio, where he went on
Oh,
to an island
you're talking
full
about the
of.
island. Fuck.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the
Um.
movie, but
Oh,
it's
it's on my
based.
tongue.
Dude, for the love of God.
I'm trying to remember it for you. No, fuck you. Fine.
I'm just trying to explain something here. It's not like Arkham, Dark Knight, or whatever. There is actually institutions where they take people in for long periods of time, and they keep them there. It's basically like a nursing home, but for mentally ill people. Um, I mean, don't get me into what those mental institutions sometimes do to those people, because they over medicate. They drive them more crazier than they already are, and they either just end up killing themselves in the institution, or they just die there. Who knows?
I wonder if I give this schizophrenic person Adderall. Basically, I feel like what goes through their head.
Well, basically, it's basically giving yourself up to the government to watch over you. So whatever the fuck they give you is whatever the fuck they give you. At least it wasn't as bad as what they used to do back in the day, where they tortured the fuck out of you.
Oh yeah, when they cut off your foot because they thought it would help your brain.
Or the electricity. That shit was crazy.
Oh yeah, the electrical therapy. Yeah, this will fix you right up.
Yeah, no, that's fucked up. But I think there should just be more research on. I hope that since this case is out there now, I hope they do a little bit more research when it comes to postpartum.
What was your name again?
Lindsay Clacy or something like that. But I hope this gives a little bit more insight on how women go through postpartum, because some women are not listened to, and then they end up harboring their children, and it's sad to see. And it's not fair that I listen. I'm Christian myself too, and I'm also pagan. I can be both if I wanted to. I don't give a fuck. But I understand about abortion. You think you're killing life. You really aren't. You just gotta believe in the facts. Now, I don't like the fact that pro um pro is it there's pro choice and then there is what pro I forgot the second half because I don't really care about it, but so I always forget. The people who are against abortions, pro life. The people who are like with pro life, there was a video out there that kind of proved a really hard point. And this woman was coming up to these people who were holding up pro life signs saying like, oh, Jesus Christ and all this stuff involving the Bible and whatever. The lady came up to them and asked the people who were holding the signs and asked them, can I get your name? Because I have an adoption agency. Since you guys are pro-life, do you guys want to adopt children? Since you guys want more children in this life we have, then you guys are capable to take the children out of the adoption centers. I agree with that, honestly. If you're pro-life, then start adopting a child. Then you will know what it's like to keep a baby. But the funny thing is that those people started getting angry at her. They were like, oh, we will give you our name. What's the name of your company? And she's like, no, I just want your name, like, specifically so that you can adopt children. She's like, the guy was like, oh, my friend already adopted a child and this and that. And she's like, no, I want you since you're holding the sign. But they all started ganging up on her and shit like that, and she had to leave or whatever. I forgot what the fuck happened in that video. But that's the thing, like, you guys are like holding up these signs but not really thinking about, like, okay, you're holding up a sign and you're pro-life, then why don't you adopt a child then? Oh, let me guess, you don't want to, I don't want to racially profile, but you don't want to adopt a black baby, or you don't want to adopt this Hispanic baby, or you don't want to adopt a Chinese baby. Or I think it's rare actually to see Chinese or Korean children.
Well, it's because they actually grew up with good. Well, it's because they actually grew up with good values. Most Asian families grew up with really good values, and that's the issue.
Yeah, it's really rare to see like Asian children. Or there's
well,
actually
that's my whole that was my whole point of the whole thing earlier, saying that like it's mostly a values issue. It was the black people have horrible values issues because their fatherless rate is at 42% now. If you didn't know, it's climbing. It keeps climbing. It's getting worse and worse as it goes.
Yeah,
but
what
did you say, Tony?
I wonder why.
I wonder why too. Maybe it's because they're too busy killing each other. I don't know.
I have no idea. And also, it's the adoption centers are also kind of predominantly white too. So it's
it's mostly a mixture of literally black and white kids.
Yeah,
you rarely see the Hispanic. Well, you don't see it as much, but it's because they'll Hispanics. You already know how they go. How they roll. They'll have like 3 kids in the same room. They don't give a shit. They don't care. I way to survive. They always do. For example, my grandma had 12. Well, let me just finish this. My grandma had 12 aunts, and my grandma had 12 kids, and those 12 kids had 4 kids each. I have 64 first cousins. I don't even know how many second cousins I got.
It says that in the United States, foster care. This is funny. We think as an Americans that Black and Hispanic children's run the adoption centers right now, which is funny. These white people are holding up "Don't abort your baby" signs when they are actually the top in adoption centers. It says in the United States foster care and public adoption system, white children make up the largest single racial group at roughly 40 to 48% of total.
Of course. Of course, yeah, because there's more white people in the country. By
Yeah, but the
definition,
thing
yeah,
is,
of
you know
course.
what's also funny? The reason why I'm saying that they don't want to adopt a black child in an adoption center is because I'm trying to make it seem like, well, I'm pretty sure they are racist. So
Well,
the people who are holding up those fucking signs.
here's the. I want to say this. Here's the issue with that statistic. You're taking the entire country. There's entire states that have only white people, and that's going to be a part of the issue with your statistic right now of the when it comes to this nationwide. You go state by state with this
It
kind of
was just
stuff.
literally me just being kind of like pointing them out that most of these
Oh,
people who are pro-life don't want to adopt a baby because they might
well,
get said color child.
I feel like they can go also backwards with another thing as well, but I won't get into that today.
Yeah. So,
It's it's kind of like a not double entendre. It's a
double-edged
word.
sword.
It's a double-edged sword with that kind of argument that she's giving out there. Because if that's the case, why doesn't everyone just fucking adopt at that point?
I would love to adopt, but it's a big ass system that you have to go through.
But see now she will be yelling at you for that what you just said, because that's what I mean. It's like one of those videos where the person finds anything that you say that when you don't just say yes to her, and then she shames you for it. That
But
is
the thing
my
is
one
that I
trying to
already
say
had
here.
my child, so I'm like,
I
don't
know,
have
but
a
even if
child,
you didn't have your child, you still would have said the same thing. I'm pretty sure.
No, I would. I actually was thinking to adopt, but I got pregnant, so.
Okay, but you know what I mean. Most other women.
Yeah, most people
Okay,
would act that way. It would be
I
kind of like a
fucking
back and
say
forth, endless
it's
banter, anyways.
it's yeah. It's a double edged sword, and I feel like it's a pointless endeavor what that woman's doing.
But yeah, no, she was just coming up to them just to be. I was kind of like a little for it. I was like, get them,
She
get
was
them.
trying to make money off YouTube. That's all she was doing.
I don't
She didn't care
think
about anything
so.
else.
Honestly, she was kind of pointing out an actual little bit of a fact because at the same time, like those people who are holding up
I
the
know the
signs
video
are
you're
wasting
talking
their time.
about. I know the
What?
video you're talking about.
No,
She's monetized.
I
She's
don't know.
monetized. She makes
I
money
don't
off of
know
it.
who you're talking about. I just saw
It
it,
was
but I don't know.
it was a blonde woman, older, right?
No, it was actually she had brown hair.
Oh, I guess I saw another video with a blonde woman doing the same thing, and she was monetized, so she was making money off of it.
No, but no. Besides that fact, yeah. So, it just basically says that Black
Oh, yep.
African American children make up about 17 to 25% of children.
Yeah, to me that
And
statistic
Hispanics are at least
doesn't.
like 21%, and
And Asians, what?
multiracial.
I gotta know how low.
It didn't actually say anything about the Asians.
1%.
Oh yeah.
I just looked it up myself. Yeah, because like I said, they have good family values. They actually believe. And here's the thing: they plan ahead as hell too. They'll have a family discussion about whether or not they can have a child or not. They'll plan ahead like years or decades ahead.
Yeah. And at least like multiracial children make up like 9%. So, but anyways, I think that's where I'm kind of gonna end at right now because it's kind of like what I'm trying to say is that basically, again, I'm gonna say this in every video when it comes to these type of things, we're just talking about it. If you're having mental health issues, seek attention immediately. Pay the money out of your pocket because if you don't seek medical attention for the things that are going on in your life, it will get worse. If you don't have the people who are around you willing to help you, you're not alone and you're not stuck. There's a lot of resources around you that you could use. And people are like, oh, well, what happens if I don't find the right therapist? There's millions of therapists out there. It doesn't matter to which one you go to. If you find the right one, then you get the help that you need. So, saying that, I wanted to say something else, but you were cutting into the conversation, so I kind of forgot what I wanted to say. So if it comes up later, then I'll say it. So whoever wants to go next, go for it. I think.
You remember your shit, Tucker? Or are you still figuring it out?
Oh no, I'm good.
Okay. Fucking gremlin. And Tony has his thing with us. I'm pretty sure after I'm done with mine. I guess I'll just segue into mine. And this is going to be questions to all of us in here. How do you guys feel about celebrities or actors being in political office? I'll say my opinion once you guys say yours. So I'll go one by one.
Wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger like?
Yes, he was. He ran for governor. He ran for governor. I was governor.
He was governor.
Yeah, I was governor. Well, I know. I'm not saying if it's allowed, because of course it's allowed. I'm asking, what do you think about that? Do you feel like? How do you feel about it? Like, how do you feel about these celebrities or big time people?
If Arnold Schwarzenegger did it, then I don't really care if another person ran. I mean, this kind of contradicts like what people say all the time. Anybody can run for president. So,
of course,
except for felons.
Yeah.
Except for pedos.
Not everybody. You also have to be born in the United States in order to actually be. You can't gain citizenship and become president.
Wolf, that you have to be American citizen to run as president.
No.
Of course.
No, not just American citizen. Born in the country. It actually has a distinction. You have to be born here in order to get it. You can become American.
Mr. I'm gonna make it right by what you say.
But it's a very big difference.
Okay, Mister, I make it right. I think everybody understands that you have to be in America and born in America. I'm sorry. To run for president.
I'm just saying the wording is very different, I guess, for me, but I guess not for you. I guess not. Fucking hell, he's 79 years old.
Who?
Arnold. Yeah, he's fucking. Oh yeah, I forgot how old this man is.
Of course, all these actors
look at this. Hold on, I gotta send this picture. Look at this man as in his governor fucking pose. Look, look. Even though he wasn't born here, you're allowed to run for governor. Just he wasn't allowed to run for president, but he's allowed to run for governor. He gained.
That's what I was trying to say. I'm like, you could run. Except for president, which is, I guess, is my fault for wording.
Yes, that's very. No one's saying
for.
You can. Okay. That's what I was trying to get into. I was trying to say more in the sense of like you can run for other party. You can run for other things. You can run for governor, mayor. You can run for so many different things for becoming a U.S. citizen. The one distinction is president. I think that's a grandfather thing. I'm pretty sure that's why. It's like an old law, like from the early times. But yeah. What about you, Tucker? What do you think about our actors and politicians inside of office? Do you feel like they can be a little bit more? I guess my thing about it is me saying that like an actor can easily lie. They easily lie in your face and say shit about things because they've been actors. They've been actors all their lives.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
but who's better at it? The actor? The celebrities?
Well,
who's always done it?
Well, I mean, so here's the thing. So everyone is capable, and anyone is capable of anything. Like, everyone, whether, like, for example, like, everyone's capable of lying, everyone's capable of faking shit, everyone's capable of doing harmful things. It's just either that little voice in your head or whether or not you have the willpower to do so. Or just whether or not you know how. It's a matter of everyone's capable of doing the same shit. So at the end of the day, I feel like it shouldn't really matter about your profession or anything of the sort. It should matter more. It matters more about just what kind of person you are. I feel like that is what it comes down to when you're running for any kind of political office, no matter how big or small. That's really the only view I have.
I got you. Now, Tony, you there? I should even like dream it or even want it. In the meantime, while she figures that part out.
Do you want to know my reasoning as to why, like, I think Dwayne Johnson should like run for office?
Dwayne the what?
Dwayne.
Dwayne? Dwayne? I didn't know.
Are you gonna let me fucking speak or like what?
Well, I'm just messing with you. Yeah, continue.
Thank you. Apparently, The Rock actually showed a strong public support for a hypothetical presidential run a while
Seriously?
ago. Yeah.
Wait, cause is he able to run? Was he born in the United States?
He was, yes.
Yeah, he's Hawaiian. Okay, not some other islands.
He also stated that he was going to no, he also stated that he was approached by political parties, apparently, through his that has I don't know, but
yeah, here you go. Political parties did approach him during 2021 with a 46% support. What the fuck? That's real.
honestly, I actually would see the way The Rock Johnson running for president, honestly, or at least governor.
Everyone must take steroids.
I don't think he ever took steroids. Probably back in the day.
He did a test and it was found that he had traces in his system. He was doing it during his height of his wrestling
That's why I
days.
said at least a long time ago, not right now. I don't think he does it now. I mean, if he does,
well, it still affected his body permanently. He's still jacked up. It still affects your body permanently. So
apparently, with Matthew McConaughey, he actually considered running for governor of Texas in 2022 before deciding against a campaign.
Wait, is this the same? Is this the one I'm thinking about? Is this the?
He is. He also is active in public.
All right.
Discourses and education advocacy of Texas. So I mean, I like that. What I'm really saying, I don't think I would see them as a president. I think I would see them running for governor in their kind of like what Arnold.
He considered run for Texas governor.
Yeah, that's what I said in 2022.
Yeah, but you didn't know the state, so I said Texas.
I did. I said Texas.
Oh, I didn't hear it. My fault. He was clarified that he is only studying the idea for a future phase of his life, and I quote.
And apparently, George Clooney, he's a fundraiser and voice within the Democratic Party. While he influences policy and campaigns heavily behind the scenes, he has frequently downplayed personal aspirations for the elected office. So, I mean, honestly, those three people, I wouldn't really mind if they ran for president or at least governor for their own states. So,
alrighty.
I don't see anybody doing anything bad, but I think. Let me give you my three in a second here.
Who should never touch off.
Dave Franco and James Franco.
Why not? No, let James Franco run.
No, I'm not gonna let James Franco run for president. No, thank you. What is the other one?
I would
consider
Franco,
Seth Rogen. Yeah, as president. I would say Seth Rogen. I want to hear that laugh every single time when he gets onto the podium and say, "My fellow Americans."
My fellow Americans.
What's that other fucking actor? You know the actor that played like in Rio or whatever as Blue? Hold on.
Oh, I do not remember. Hold on, I'll look it up. Rio cast. Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
The guy that was in that Magic Me was it? What was it? Now You See Me, Now You Don't. That's what it was.
He actually played pretty good in that movie, but I don't like him.
I actually really did love those movies. He always actually he there's no way he's not on the spectrum the way he talks. There's no way he's not on the spectrum. Is it just me or he talks autistic as shit?
I think that's just how he is as a person.
I'm looking it up. I'm gonna see if this man's autistic.
I think there's an. I'm gonna choose a female actor that shouldn't play. Miley Cyrus. She's also an actor. She should
You
not.
know what?
be
I can agree with
president.
that. No woman
Fuck
should ever
that.
be president. I'm joking.
I think Rihanna. Rihanna will probably be a pretty good actor
Right.
for. I mean,
That's what I was.
for running for president.
Thank you.
Did you hear what I said, Peter? No. Oh, he has severe OCD and severe anxiety. Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg. Yeah, apparently that's why he acts all strange.
Oh yeah, so you're talking basically you're saying wow, I forgot his name that plays Deadpool.
Oh, fucking oh, I can't remember. Ryan Reynolds. What?
Reynolds.
Yeah.
I got to do it first, bitch.
No. I'm not saying Ryan Reynolds. What is that other actor that basically shoot?
No one else who played
He
Deadpool.
played
You said Deadpool.
no. I'm not saying Deadpool completely. The only reason why I'm saying he's playing that the other actor that we were just talking about. He's playing that card of anxiety and being nervous. The one that played in Baby Yoda, I forgot the name. Mandalorian. That guy.
Oh, the guy that was like touching his
He's
female coworkers
creepy
and
with
then
the female coworkers acting saying like, "Oh, I'm super shy and nervous." I'm like, ew.
I feel like he's just a weird ass player. Like he's trying his best to get in a lot of these actresses' pants and shit, but he literally takes like the what's it called, the autistic Riz card to the fucking max, where he pretends to be like autistic and shit, so that
Very
women
shy,
pity
like,
him.
nervous.
Yeah,
so they
like
can
shy,
pity him.
nervous. Well, not exactly pity, I would say. Probably more the sense of like, I think he works on their. I'm gonna say this, and I swear, their motherly mommy genes, where they make someone want to take care of him.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of what it is.
Probably. Who knows? But yeah, those are my few that I should not run for president.
All right. Fuck. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start with my 3 that definitely shouldn't. Number 1, Ryan Reynolds. Never let that man near office. If he can somehow piss off my man Tony Stark in the casting for Marvel somehow, then do not let that man run.
He will literally walk up to the president of China and be like, "I'm not gonna say it." Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say it. No. He's gonna be like the James Franco in that movie. The same, but different.
Same, but
Same,
different.
but different. That's so racist. When he made Kim Jong Un.
Yeah, he made Kim Jong Un in that movie, like the interview, I think it was called.
Yeah, it is. It is the interview. I'm gonna cut that out.
Another. No, don't cut it out. Leave it in. Fuck it. Leave it in. Leave it
No,
in.
I don't
We
want
do it live.
people to know.
We do it live. We do it
No, I'm
live.
good. No, I'm good.
Fuck it. Come on. All right. My other 2. Shoot, what's that?
Same.
What's that
but
one?
different.
Same, but different. Any woman actress, not allowed. Not allowed.
Actually, no. I think there is a
Too
woman
many
actress that
emotions.
I think would actually play really well as for in presidency.
Of course you would. The
Presidentry.
woman thinks so.
What's her name? Oh gosh, she just made a movie too. She played in. I'll look it up in a second. You can keep talking.
Okay. The other person who should
Anne
not be
Hathaway.
in office. Who?
Anne Hathaway.
Oh, Anne Hathaway? Really?
Yeah.
All right, that brings me to my 3rd pick, Anne Hathaway. No.
Very beautiful
Really?
person.
You
Love her.
really? Well,
Yeah.
beautiful isn't
No.
political, is it?
I'm not saying looks wise. She's actually a very well put together woman. That I think
Oh,
would
I see what
actually
you're
play a good part in playing presidency.
Oh yeah, a person who I think should not have anything to do with office. Oh shoot, where was what's his name? Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Robert De Niro. Nowhere. He needs to be nowhere near the office.
You think
Zero near.
who probably would play a good part as for president? She is Fluffy.
Gabriel
That'd be
Iglesias.
funny.
The
Gabriel.
first Hispanic president. Here we go. Gabriel Iglesias.
I don't think so. He probably will
no,
say a
no,
joke
no. He'll
to
fuck up the country so goddamn bad. So for my top three, that could probably be a good choice for running the country. Damn it, I lost my train of thought. I really lost my train of thought just now. Oh wow. Oh, number one, Kanye West. Kanye West. I want him to fulfill his dream as president, so he can own the world, as he said that one time. So when he asked about how much does the Earth cost, so he can own the world. And number two, I think should try to run for president was that one actor. Honestly, for a chill presidency, Johnny Depp. For a very chill presidency. Doesn't do much, doesn't start wars. He just shows up at whatever fucking political bullshit he has to show up to and just makes it the most laid back shit known to man.
No, I don't think the last two are pretty well fit. Oh no, actually, the first one and Johnny Depp.
Which one?
Kanye West. I don't think that's a good choice.
I just want to see what he can do. I just want to see what he would do. It's more of an experiment than it is a want. It's more just wanting to see how far he'll go.
I don't think Johnny Depp will ever run for. I don't see.
Oh
him
no,
as president,
definitely not.
At least for like maybe, like governor, maybe.
Well, here's the thing. It's part of the old saying of like usually the best kings are the ones who never even wanted to be a king.
I don't think he would want to be anything.
Exactly. That's exactly my point. Moving on.
So you're saying that Tony should be president because he didn't want it?
Yes.
What? Hell no.
I just hear nothing but faint noises from his microphone. Was that just me?
No, he said what? Hell no.
Oh, I didn't hear it at all. I think it's my side fucking up right now. And
I'd rather commit a crime.
well, at least when you're president, you can commit crimes, but you'll be legal in some way or some way.
No, you.
Yeah, I know. Even better.
Even better, you can do it illegal.
Presidential pardon my ass.
Exactly.
Presidential pardon me.
That's my first decree. I presidentially pardon myself.
I presidentially pardon myself for all the things that I've done. All right, this is what I did.
And honestly, you know what? Fuck it. Let's let Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger let another run, but actually to run for president, even though he wouldn't be allowed. Let's just see how the man will do. I just want to see how far he'll go.
You know what? Since we're letting a pedophile run the country, might as well not.
You gotta lose some, you gotta win some. All right, you just gotta lose some. I mean, we had the other pedophile there too at one point.
What other pedophile?
Bill Clinton, wasn't he? Oh no, he was wait, wasn't he president at one point? Was it? Well, he was something. Hold on, Bill Clinton. I'm looking at Hillary Clinton's husband.
I think.
Yep, 42nd president. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, he was also there too. And that's why they wanted to kill Epstein because Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton were a major part of the whole Epstein thing. They're actually, I think, one of their biggest fundraisers.
At least they went on to trial, unlike the president.
They went on trial about it? When? I would like to see that. When they go to trial about that?
Oh, dude, it was like a while ago.
Hold on, I'm looking it up. Trial for the Epstein files. Let me look at it. Let me see this. It's a closed door fucking investigation. That's bullshit.
I mean,
that's just them telling us something about it so we can stop talking about it. That's bullshit. They didn't do shit.
Well, I mean, at least they testified though. Not everything has to be run on air. They're just more focused on the president. If the Clintons can go, I guess President Trump should too.
Technically, but if did they arrest the Clintons? Nope. So
Well,
if they go, then he can go too.
I guess they have enough testimony to not be trialed. So I have no idea.
They were the biggest part of it. That was the whole thing with Hillary Clinton and Benghazi when she basically let CIA and soldiers die for her emails that tied with the Epstein files.
I'm gonna do a hot take real quick. Apparently, people are considering.
Honestly, I hope that bitch fucking dies and drowns in her own blood.
But let me add into this a little bit on how actors are playing a part in the political party. When it comes to the Epstein files, apparently some people are having a conspiracy theory behind Bad Bunny and Lady Gaga being a part of the foundation of the Epstein files.
Yeah, they were on it.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that I have to find the video again. I think I sent it to you, Wolf. Where?
Yeah, their names are actually mentioned in the files.
I know.
Bad Bunny.
What I'm trying
was like
to say is that nobody's talking about it enough. And one, the whole video, of them, I think they're just. I gotta find the video again. But
of course, because it's all politics. Because every Puerto Rican loves Bad Bunny.
That's what I was trying to say. That's what I was remembering. There is okay. So this is a hot take and a conspiracy, quote unquote, for YouTube purposes. There is a foundation behind the actors in the actor world and singing world or whatever, industry business, I should say, that there is a foundation called the Eye that will go ahead and give them money to make them famous and use them to exploit their foundation. Not exploit.
Yeah, it's called selling your soul.
Basically, selling your soul to the devil.
Literally, no, it's not just them. There's been some recent. Do you guys know the streamer Kai Cenat?
No.
He's the one that's like one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, and recently he looks completely different to what he used to look like. And ever since he, apparently some of his closest friends don't really talk to him anymore, and they are starting to say that he sold his soul ever since, and he doesn't look the same anymore at all. Even though he looks this human. Yeah. And funny enough, when that whole thing started happening, his viewer count jumped by like 3 times.
Yeah. And the funny thing is that there was a video out there of Kevin Hart.
Oh yeah, shushing that one lady for talking about that she was offered something that she wasn't supposed to. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm like jumping guns. Continue.
Yeah, it was a podcast video where she was talking to Kevin Hart that she was like, "Hey, were you offered a specific amount of money?" And Kevin Hart was like, "We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that. Nuh-uh. We don't talk about that."
He was like serious. But the thing is that I don't think Kevin Hart got into it. I just think he knows about it. I think, honestly, in my opinion, as a little bit more deeper into the conspiracy theory, I think Dwayne Johnson did it.
He would not Dwayne Johnson. Sorry, was it what you just said his name?
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. He was part of Diddy's stuff. He was in the Diddy, all of his stuff, and that's one of the biggest things that Diddy and Epstein were, not together. What's the opposite? No, the opposite. When you're like, when 2 companies fight over the same thing. Competition. Diddy's party, quote unquote parties, and Epstein's activities on the island, from what rumors are suggesting that they were competitors for who had the best fix, if you know what I'm trying to say, and who had the best way that these actors were sick in the fucking head, or these celebrities or people can get off on what they wanted.
Apparently.
So if you liked eating babies and having sex with children, you went with Epstein. But if you liked going with the same thing with the children part, but with the Diddy, but there was no confirmed eating of human remains at Diddy's parties, but there was a lot of adultery and lust-based adultery. Um, it was
Yeah,
more
apparently,
honestly. It
Beyonce
was
and
more.
Jay-Z were a part of it too.
Oh no, they're big parts of it. They're like one of the main um controllers of like most of the entertainment world.
Yeah, Beyonce and
They
Jay-Z.
own they own most of the entertainment, like when it comes to like music and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if you piss them off, they make your life a living hell or just kill you.
Not Jay-Z.
No, it
What's
was
his
Jay-Z.
husband?
It was
No,
Jay-Z. Yeah.
no, Jay-Z. Jay-Z is not married to Beyonce. It's another dude.
I'm looking it up. Hold on.
Yeah, it's a different name.
It is Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. Okay, sorry. I
It's
was
Jay-Z.
thinking for whatever reason I was thinking about Lil Wayne.
T-Pain. You know me.
Why are you talking about T-Pain?
Oh
Lil
no!
Wayne
Oh
did
no!
not
My
sing
brain!
T-Pain.
My brain went to T-Pain. I'm so sorry. I'm tweaking. I drink too much Monster. I'm tweaking.
I can tell.
I'm tweaking. Help. But yeah,
That's my
Jay-Z
little
and
hot take
Beyonce.
is that the whole music industry is not what it used to be back in the day, where it actually was good music. That wasn't there to control your mind. That's why I kind of like listening to alternative and rock music and all that stuff, because when you listen to pop music and R&B and all that bullshit nowadays, it's just kind of like, what the fuck are they talking about? What was the other Little Nas? People thought he was like a big person of demonic energy or whatever when he came out with Montreux.
Well, that's what I was trying to say. Most of the Diddy stuff was more well, of course, the Epstein stuff was very demonic. The people of Epstein were worshiping. Even said in
I
the
know, it's
file
just
with an email.
leave it as that. We were
well,
not. No, we're just gonna leave it as that because I'm not gonna put that out there.
Okay.
Or
Well,
not on this podcast.
Well, let me quickly finish this part at least. Well, they were worshiping that while Diddy's stuff was worshiping a different type of demon in a sense. So it was kind of like in a sense of knocking heads of who worshipped what. And then you had an older group called the Owl. Oh, hold on. It was the people who went to, what was it? The Owl Grove. Fuck, does anyone remember what I'm talking about right now? The owl, when they worshipped that owl statue in the middle of the woods, and even presidents were there. Shit, what was it? Yeah, it was this whole thing with like a bunch of high officials around the world went into the middle of the woods, and there's video of this, and they sacrificed a baby, or so called, because the video's quality is not the best. But it was confirmed by a few people who got invited.
You can also see that Ellen DeGeneres was also a big part of it as well too, because when she stopped eating those children, now she looks like a million years older now.
Oh yeah, like Ellen DeGeneres, right? She looks fucking horrible now.
Yep.
Bohemian Grove. I found it. Bohemian Grove. It was like a whole thing that they worshipped like an owl god demon.
That's why I always felt weird when they did like Burning Man festival and stuff like that. Like that shit creeps me out.
Well, it's because they think even during the early stages of the with Christianity and like Moses, they were burning statues of what they believe, like that cow god, in order to worship him.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like I always saw like, I kind of, back in the day I used to be like, oh yeah, I want to go, but then I always get this weird feeling. I'm like, no, don't go. That's why I also kind of don't like EDM festivals either, or Coachella.
Raves and all that weird
shit, because it's just like, it's so there is a theory out there also that you could be controlled by radio waves and frequencies, and is actually, I think it's also part of the CIA files that you could
I know you're talking about. They actually stated that it can change the rhythm of your heartbeat, which has something to do with something else happening. I forgot exactly what it said, but the radio waves, they would mess with your heartbeat.
Yeah, but it can also control you. So that's why I'm saying, like, shit, man. Travis Scott was one of the biggest one too. where he basically killed a lot of people in one of his shows for basically
What's that
opening
dude?
up. Basically, they were saying that he opened up a portal in one of his shows and killed a lot of people. And they didn't
Really?
even
I thought
put
that
him
was
out
due to
there.
overcrowding.
No, okay. So when the whole thing was starting, there were so many people there, and he was like singing but doing weird stuff, and stuff was playing in the background, and people were saying that he was opening up a portal to hell to like get the souls from the overcrowd. But he was basically doing a ritual at that point in time. Yes,
How many
they
people
may
died during
proclaim
that?
that. Yeah, a lot of people did die. I think so, or got
And
hurt, and
10 dead.
yeah,
Hmm.
it's a lot. And then Kylie Jenner, or no, not Kylie Jenner. Yeah, I don't know, one of the Kardashians or whatever. Um, was like, oh, we're so sorry for killing your children at this festival or concert. They gave zero shits, and everybody was like, this was basically like a ritual, because everybody was saying that the bass was like making them feel weird for his music. That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes
Oh,
they can control you
um,
through music.
if you look at the pictures of his performance, there's like a bunch of like devil worshipping things in the
That's what I
background. You can
said.
see,
Like, yeah, that's what I
yeah,
said.
there's like skulls and shit, like on top of like miniature crosses, like upside down ones.
Yep, that's what. Yeah. So, but that's like a little bit of like a hot take into it. You think all these cool raptors, rappers
Raptors. I just thought Jurassic
are
Park for some.
um you
Alan,
think they're all cool
Alan.
and stuff like that, but then at the same time they can control you with their music if they're already sold themselves to a foundation technically.
The other two
That's
have
why
been
I don't
very
like
quiet
EDM.
since we started this.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You're glitching out for me, and you next thing you know you stop talking completely. Next thing you know you do is continue whatever you're saying. You're just glitching out.
No, I was just basically saying that like I was saying before, that music can make you feel a certain type of way, and that's why I don't want to ever go to an EDM festival or rave or anything like that, because I'd rather just go to live bands or your local bands and just listen to play cheap knockoff versions of the song and sing it themselves. It's more better that way, and honestly you get to gain experience of the people who are around you, and it's a community base. And also rock.
I wanna rock.
So what do you guys think about that, or you just want to keep quiet about that?
You're gonna have to say it all over again. I was looking at my gun when you said that.
How
Not
about
gonna
you?
lie.
How about you? Don't tell me you fell asleep.
I don't have much of an opinion, to be honest.
Oh, okay. All right, I guess it's just me and Bean with
I
that
will
part.
say there was no. There's a weird thing that I heard about like the music, right?
Mhm.
Certain beats and melodies have a cognitive effect on people.
Yeah.
Certain melodies relax the body. Certain melodies make you angry and aggressive.
Yep.
But what would happen if something so minor, the smallest amount of change, the smallest amount of like emotional change, if that is repeated again and again, repetitively, all days, over years, would that affect stack? And then if we are to say something like, oh, like rap and all this stuff, it's what's destroying the kids. Well, rap's been around longer than I was. Rap's been around since my father's age. Now is it more prevalent due to the fact that we have things like the internet so prevalently available.
Now with AI.
No, I think it's more of the part of when the gears shifted of people selling themselves to gain more publicity. That's when things started to change, because rap used to actually really be very good, where people would just chill, listen to the music, and not be affected by it. And I think it was like this back in the day, where like actual rock music, alternative, and all that stuff used to affect the younger crowd, of making them either depressed or angry. That's why, like, there's mosh pit circles where you basically beat up people and for a song. But
Right.
at the end of the day, that's what it used to be back in the day. But it wasn't like a bad thing.
Oh,
People
I
were just more crazy about it. But what I'm trying to say is that the reason why it's changing now when it comes to R&B and like rap and all this stuff, like, music is changing, but not for the good. It makes people act a certain way. I think there was one song, I think it was by Travis Scott, where I think was it by Travis Scott. It was like "Murder on My Mind."
I think so. I got murder on my mind.
Yeah, where people were starting to relate to the song and do the same shit too. I forgot. There's some music that makes people do shit.
I'm looking it up now. Hold on, let's see.
I
No. YNW Melly.
Yeah. I don't know who that is.
Also, what I was talking about was I looked it up, and yes, the CIA did have research about this, how music can affect, and this was the declassified stuff with the whole other things that were declassified recently, how it had an effect on, and they said, quote unquote, human soul in the actual file. They actually quote unquoted it. So I guess it has a different name
That's
in
what I
their
was trying to say.
eyes.
like, music can
So,
affect you
well, hold on.
physically.
Let me finish real quick so you had the full thing before you say anything.
Mhm.
How music and can cause certain things to also brain waves as well, and certain audio tunes can cause these effects, not just music itself. And also, they're saying some of these sounds can be unhearable to the to normal human ear, meaning that we can hear it, but you won't tell it's there at all. Um, and you want to know what all of this was under? It was under two different file names: Project Gateway and Project Stargate.
Yeah, and people
So
have been talking about that were Project Gateway and Project Starway. Basically, people are also another little conspiracy deep dive into it. People are
we talked about
saying
it last
that,
time. For anyone who doesn't know, not last time, sorry, through one of our episodes, how we talked about Project Stargate.
yeah, where basically our world is a simulation through that. They're just making us see what we want to see.
No, Project Stargate was that's a
I'm not
different one.
saying
Um,
Stargate.
I was talking about Stargate. I was saying like how we talked about Project Stargate a few episodes ago, and I was about how the U.S. government found a way to transport things to other parts of either this world or another through means of molecule transportation, but then they got declassified immediately after it started
That's
going
why
on the
people were
internet.
saying that I think the government opened up a portal and now we're in the wrong dimension. We're not supposed to be here. There was a shift at some point.
After goddamn Harambe died, it was the Nexus
Probably.
event. It was the Nexus
Probably.
event.
I don't even
Everything
think it
went to
was around
shit
that
after
time.
that gorilla died.
I think it was actually, I think it was in 2014, in my opinion. Don't ask me why, I forgot. But if I remember, then I'll put up my the conspiracy behind it as to what shift granted around that time. But yeah,
Did I cut you off? I'm sorry.
huh? No,
Did I
I
cut
already
you
finished
off?
what I was
Okay.
saying.
Okay. I was just making sure. All right. You guys have anything else to say or anything else to bring up?
No, I'm good.
You all right?
Yeah.
Just making sure. What are you doing? I asked you
Alright.
later.
I'm just here. I don't know how to answer that question.
It's your turn.
It's not my turn. I don't
You
remember.
have the talking stick. Let's go.
I don't want the talking stick.
Well, you have it now.
Well, you gotta fucking use it.
So you say something. Talk about I don't know. Talk about how women scare you. I don't know.
Talk about being a mechanic.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my god.
There you go.
If he doesn't want to say anything, he doesn't want to say anything.
He's gonna
No,
say.
he's got a goddamn
I'm
opinion. He's
passing
gonna
the.
fucking use it.
I'm passing the talking stick.
It's
to
duct tape to your hand. You can't.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay,
chop
you want to
off my
pass the
hand and
talking
give it
stick to
Tony.
me? You want to pass the talking stick to me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I have the talking stick now. Hey, Tucker, here, hold this. I throw the talking stick at you.
Do you want me to ask you?
And I
a
run in the
philosophy
opposite
question?
direction. Sure.
I'm sorry to say, but you don't have the talking stick.
My philosophy question is before I end this because, and that'll be the end of it. I think I sent it to Tony the other day. Okay. So the philosophy question is: do we truly make our own choices, or is everything predetermined by physics and time?
I'm gonna let you guys go first. Well, because I can bring up previous things I would have said, right? I think, therefore I am. There was another one that this gentleman asked the question like that. He walks up and he pinches the man. He said, "No one told me to do that, but I chose to. One, because I don't like you, but two, because that's a stupid question." Right? Like there's funny ones and there's real ones. Say our actions are predetermined. I think there's a lot of coincidences in life. I'm not trying to give any evidence to anything. I'm just stating there's a lot of coincidences that happen in life. But I think they kind of just happen. We're very social creatures, so opportunities to be social are going to occur naturally. But if we're talking about like, oh, you're destined to be this, you're a blank slate until a certain age, but I'm still thinking about that. I don't know if there's a certain age or there's a set thought. Maybe joy, maybe something to do with joy, but it can't be an external thing. It has to be an internal thing. We want external things, but what we try to do with our lives is an internal thing. You guys keep going. I'm gonna think about that for a second.
Yeah, so to think about that question, do we truly make our own decisions, or is everything predetermined by physics and time?
I have an answer. Are you ready to go or?
Go ahead.
Okay. Me personally, I believe we all do have free will, but I feel like because in my opinion, since every single person has free will, and like he said with the coincidences, I feel like even though we have free will, we have events that are probably either A, out of our control, or B, so far advanced that we as humans cannot understand how complex actual meaning of free will is.
So basically,
because,
you're
in my
saying
opinion,
that everything is predetermined by time and physics.
I'm saying that I can go up to a person, like you said, and pinch them if I wanted to. But I feel like in some way, somehow, even though we have all free will, they still end up in a certain destination. Meaning, the journey there is completely free willed. But somehow the ending of whatever it is not always the same, but is of like, let's just say like 3 different doors, where each one leads to a certain thing. At the end, your free will kind of determines which door you're going to be getting, in my opinion. And that door affects other doors that other people have. It's kind of like a really complex interchange of mazes and webs that all are interlinked in a sense. Kind of like the whole karma system, I guess you could say. But or butterfly effect. Yeah, sorry, I re-corrected myself. Butterfly effect in a sense. But I do believe we have free will. And I am Christian, so I have that because of what God said, that we did have free will. Jesus said we have free will. But he also did say that he sees everything ahead. how can you be omnipotent about something where everyone has free will? So I kind of came to the conclusion of he can see all the different types of, like, every single different type of decision we have made, he can see it already. So let's say I had 3 different decisions for this thing, he can see all 3 of them in that moment, and all the different ones that lead to all different others. But that's just a theory on my end. But at the same time, I feel like the idea of free will is so complex in the great grand scheme, and that's why us as humans, I don't think we can understand it fully yet. Me personally, I don't think we, as first dimensional creatures, can understand anything along the lines of that. I think it's just too far out of our reach as a species. Not yet, at least.
Okay. I think we could make our own choices, but everything is predetermined already. What I mean by that is that we all are souls reincarnated in time, and we already did this lifetime already beforehand. It's just up to us where we will make our own choice to take the right path and change our timeline from beforehand. So you can write your own story if you wanted to, but you just got to figure out the path of your choice. And what I mean by that is that if you have that gut feeling of like, I feel like I've done this before, such as deja vu, and your deja vu tells you, oh, you made this decision, you, in your head, you're like, well, then I don't want to do that decision. I want to see where just winging it by making my own choice will lead me. And I had an instance where I had a deja vu moment, and it was either like a bad situation, and I was like, you know what, I'm say something completely different, and I said something completely different, and I didn't, not like nothing bad happened after that. It was actually pretty peaceful. So you could make your own choices out of your own free will. Like right now, I could literally streak outside at night because of my own free will. When it comes to free will, I think that's where you're getting a little messed up. Free will is like you could just do whatever the fuck you want right now. But that's not really making your own choice. It's like basically saying, like, let's take for instance, you're at Subway, right? Of course, they have lettuce, tomatoes, and onions. Those are the 3 choices that you could make. But you say, I want pickles on my sandwich, but we don't have pickles. Well, I just made my own choice. I want pickles. That is making your own choice for said sandwich, right? So, but you're over here saying free will. Now, when, like, let's take this instance again. If I'm at the Subway, I can literally, if I wanted to, I can go to the back and grab the pickles and put it on my sandwich. That's free will.
Yeah, of course.
But that's not really making your own choice. Free will is just doing it out of a whim because you wanted to.
In my opinion, free will and free choice are the same thing. In my opinion.
Not really. Free will.
I'm saying that's my opinion.
I know that's your opinion, but I'm just telling you, like, since you state the facts, I'm stating facts to you too. Your opinion, I understand your opinion, but you tell me your facts, and I agree with them or I don't. But when it comes to making your own choice and free will, they're completely different things. Making a choice is predetermined already by basically physics and time. It's already preset it in your brain that you wanted to make that choice. I believe that we don't really have choices that we could make, but we could take a different path if we wanted to from the choices that we already have. Like I said, you know, I think
Okay.
we all live in a timeline where we have lived multiple before. And it's like kind of like a video game where you saved your last game, and you load up a new game just to restart it all over again so you could choose a different path. There's a lot of games like that out there where you could choose any, and there's like the game starts as it starts, and there's like 5 different endings, right? So you do all 5 different endings, but you already lived through those 5 different endings, and they're all happening at the same time. That's why everybody's saying that there's also other dimensions, or basically the fourth wall, where the life that you're living right now, you're living something completely different in a different timeline. And that's, I believe that. I think everything is predetermined by physics and time, and we feel like we're making our own choices purely of the fact that, you know,
Wasn't it written in the Bible that we had free will?
yeah, that's
It
what you
was.
said. Like, it's written in the Bible that we have free will
And
to do
I
whatever we
also
want.
I put it in the side chat. Free will and free choice. Free will, the deep metaphysical
No,
or
it's not
physical.
free choice. It's
No, hold on.
it's hold on.
I was
Make your
gonna get
own
to that.
choices. It's not
I'll-
free choice.
Hold on, I was gonna get to that. It's both. They're both there. Free will, the deep metaphysical or psychological power to generate your own path without complete outside control, and then free choice, the physical or situational opportunity to pick between different paths. That's the two definitions. Definitions. In my opinion, they're kind of the same thing, because free will, in the sense of you generate your own path, meaning you make
Okay,
your own
you
choice.
looked it up wrong. You're saying free choice. No,
What'd you say
making
then?
your own choice.
But okay, but you said
I
free
said-
what then earlier?
No, I said the question is, do we truly make our own choices? And I said
Yeah.
the difference between free will and making your own choice is completely different. So you just literally looked over the whole fact of what I said about the whole subway situation. So
I
it
must
says
have
here-
missed the point, my fault.
yeah, no, it's okay. So I looked up as saying, are free will and making your own choice the same? No. Free will and making your own choice are not generally considered the same thing in philosophy and psychology. Although they are closely related, making the choice is an act, while free will is underlining the capability or freedom to make choice without constraint. That's what I was trying to tell you.
By definition, choice is a part of free will, is it not? By definition. Because choice means that you chose to do
No.
something. And free will is the choice to do whatever you want. So by
the
definition...
contents between like making your own choice is be choosing among options that were set by someone else or limited by your environment. Now, for free will, it implies that you are the ultimate source of your own decision rather than a robot or program agent.
Yeah, I guess, but in the same sense of, in my opinion of the definition, choice meaning you choose something, and free will
I
is
already
you're
gave an
choosing what you
example
want to do.
earlier.
I know the example, but I get the example, but it's also more the sense of like
They're both choices.
you're giving
that
a
you could
social, you're giving a society norm to a question about the difference between going in line at a Subway, picking out your items and choosing what you want, versus just me going into the back and doing whatever the fuck I want and pissing on the wall. It's kind of like you're giving a social structure to something as complicated as free will. It's not as when someone else paves. I think we were talking about. I was talking about this. Tori earlier about how the roads, you don't, even though you choose to drive down the road, some big people like governments or whatever paved the path for you to drive those roads. So they made the choices for you a long time ago. Those choices were made for you. But in the same sense of here, it comes to free will, in the sense you just drive on the sidewalk. It's too complicated to render into a social constructed anything, to be honest, when everything was already predetermined with choices and selections.
Sure. Anyways, so that was what that's my decision on, like, if we're able to be making our own choices. I don't think we think we could be making our own choices, but at the end of the day, I think everything is basically predetermined. I don't think anybody really has much free will or free choice or anything, in my opinion. All right, I'm gonna end that there. Does anybody else have anything else to say?
Tucker. Did Tucker have anything? You want anything to say about that? Tony says. Tucker, you have anything to say about that? Oh. Man, why are you here? I'm joking.
I'm just the kind of person where, like, I don't really ever fully believe or fully disbelieve in anything. I just have different levels of doubt towards everything in life because I personally can't prove or disprove anything myself.
That's what we like to hear.
To me, everything, every little thing, no matter how big or small, is just a theory in my head.
Okay. Until proven otherwise by something that can actually prove it, right?
Well, if for me, it's weird. I will never 100%. I may 99% believe something, but I will never 110% believe anything in life until I myself could prove it, and that's just
I've never asked you, Tucker. What do you have a religion or no?
Kinda. I believe I have the strong belief. I have the belief in like an all knowing or like an above power, because like according to how like everything is and everything, if anything was even the slightest bit off with like our atmosphere or like our gravity or anything like that, our position to the sun, it's too perfect. There has to be some kind of, or not has to be, but I have a very strong belief that there is some kind of above power. And
some intelligent life.
Exactly, and I choose to follow Christianity while at the same time believing that pretty much everything, all the different religions, kind of follow the same thing. Like it's all the same person, unless outside of like, you obviously like Buddhism and stuff like that. That's different, stuff.
Yeah, Buddhism was the one outlier in all of that.
Yeah.
Well, Buddhism really didn't follow a god. They followed a person who had really good beliefs. That's really what Buddhism is. It was never really about a god. The Buddha is not a god. He's a person who...
I mean, you've seen Records of Ragnarok? I'm kidding.
Who was... I know, they made him so godly and that stuff. But Buddhism was more a sense of a person who believed in such... Like, basically what Jesus did. He believed in goodwill gives good back. But he was a man that was... Because of that, was looked like as a friendly god, even though he wasn't. And he said that himself, that he wasn't a god in his own teachings. That he said, "No, I'm human." But yeah,
so every religion outside of Buddhism, yeah.
All right, I just wanted to know, seeing is because you might have talked about it before, but I think I forgot.
No, it's okay. It's a very vague answer, so it's not really something that a lot of people understand when they ask me.
I've heard that one before. I just from other people. I mean, you're not wrong. A lot of the old pagan religions, they all have that same structure. There's one guy above them all, and there's a bunch of little guys underneath him. With Christianity, it's God and the angels. With the Vikings, Odin, and the under gods like Thor. Hela and all the others, Greek gods, Zeus, and then all of his children and so forth. It's all just they all just follow the same path.
It's one story told in different ways. Can you all notice that
they're all a guy with a white beard? They all have the same depiction.
That's what I'm saying. It's all just one story told different ways. At least in my opinion.
It's probably. I mean, I think me and B talked about this before, how they were probably all... Well, this is more of our Christian belief in a sense, that it was all God, but everyone depicted it so differently because they don't know how to comprehend him at the time that they threw things into there that didn't make sense to other things.
Like a story that gets told differently over time.
Yeah, like the telephone game, in a sense.
Yep.
It goes between
Yeah,
person
there
to
you
person
go.
to
That's
person
the
to person
best
to
way to
person to person.
explain it.
Yeah. And funny enough, there was one of the big things with the Egyptian gods is that they're all fallen angels with Satan. Apparently that's a new one going around right now. And that the whole this is for more Christian like thing, that the whole asteroid that killed the dinosaurs was actually when Satan or Lucifer was casted out of heaven and thrown onto the earth, and was depicted as when Jesus said depicted as lightning. He hit the earth like lightning. So apparently that's another theory going around that Lucifer falling from the heavens and hitting the earth is what killed the dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's why when I say I believe in Christianity and paganism, like I believe that Mother Earth is to itself its own entity, but God created it, and it has its own energy
I
and
I
wavelengths
can
that we
imagine.
can use to do things that we want. I think I talked about this in another podcast where, God has given us specific traits for us to use, such as like me, I'm able to figure stuff out due to being an empath and just also feeling wavelengths like electricity. I don't know, that's just how I view it as, where I can sense things and I
You feel it
believe
while
it
you
as
hear something.
what?
I said you feel the electrical stuff, and I just hear the damn humming all the damn time, like the
That no,
electricity
I
humming.
hear yeah, no, I'm not talking about actual electricity. Like
Oh,
actually
my fault. My fault.
wavelengths and vibrations off of people and energy off of objects and things of spirits. I believe that, you know, God has given us gifts in our own ways to be able to use it, but the government doesn't want us to do that because we have the capability of using higher power, but we all just forget because we want to be controlled. And this goes back to what you were saying a little bit earlier, that God gave us the free will to use whatever we want, but we
But other people took that away from us by making the
okay.
roads. That's more or less. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. My fault. My fault. It. I chirped. My fault.
Okay. But that's why I said I also think of the fact that our lives are pre predetermined by what we what the government wants us to see, and not specifically the government, but the higher powers in our world right now wants us to see. We have the free will to use stuff that we want to do, but we're not allowed to do that. We're supposed to make our own choices to do stuff, but they're actually predetermined by set, um, basically like a set book that you get for each class. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're taking a mechanic course, that's your set book that you use, and you can make the choice to either read through it or you don't. Um, but I also believe that everybody has the same timeline as beforehand. You're just playing a video game right now. You saved your last one. You started a new game, and right now you're just going through the choices all over again, and then somebody else is playing the same game but as you. So it's like I believe that there's basically the multiverse in a sense of way. I think it was kind of confirmed by Willow that there is multi universes. So there could be another me out there doing the same thing I'm doing right now, but completely different.
No, the CIA confirmed it through dream testing. Or they actually apparently your dreams aren't
No,
just
didn't Willow also said that there is multi-dimensional stuff as well too
I
before they shut it down
don't
or
know what.
whatever.
Oh yeah, that fucking AI atrocity. No, it didn't say it outright. It just really pointed well towards it because of what it was doing with dead languages. When it started compiling all the dead languages around the world and turned it into a single language that apparently existed, it was pointing to the fact is that this language came from somewhere else of Earth, but not Earth at the same time. So that's what it was pointing at. It didn't ever say it outright, but it was definitely pointing in that direction. And then
Yeah,
it tried hacking the
no.
Pentagon, and that's when they shut down.
Yeah, that's why I say sometimes when it comes to free will, I don't even think we really have that. It's just more about making a choice.
For me, because of my Christian belief, we are given free will, but it has been taken from us from our own human hands, in a sense.
Yeah, that's true. But
That's what I
at the
mean.
end
That's
of the
what more
day,
I mean. That regardless, that no one can take it from us. Well,
it
spiritually, I
was
guess you can say.
taken from us, but spiritually we're allowed to make our own free will.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. That it was taken from us from our own hand, but spiritually it'll never be taken because it was always given to us by in my faith. Oh my God.
My God, Tundra.
Shoot, what was I trying to remember? Ah,
If
damn.
that's it, then I'll
We,
just
we,
end it
talk,
here.
we can talk about that Willow stuff at a different time because God, there's a lot to unpack with that damn AI. If anyone didn't know, Google made a AI, and they bought Microsoft's quantum chip and decided to merge the two fuckers, which was the most
Oh,
horrendous thing I ever thought to fucking do.
I also would like to put out there to overstate at to this end of this video. Do not invest into AI data centers. Do not allow them to build AI data centers. They could figure out a different way than just building it into the land and using our resources to basically kill us with their
We talked about it last time.
noise
SpaceX wanted
pollution.
to put the SpaceX wanted to put theirs into the
Yes,
satellites in
but
space.
when is that gonna happen? Because right now it's not really happening that way.
Actually, let me look it up if Elon actually made any moves towards that. Hold on. Actually, let me look that up.
I don't even think they did because honestly, it's
Well, he is
but
one of the richest man on earth, I think. Still, is he?
okay, congratulations. Anyways, this is happening right now. I'm talking about right now than what they're thinking of. What another thing is, like I said, don't let that happen because it just ruins a lot of things. It creates a lot of pollution, noise pollution. It changes a lot of things to your surroundings, and I don't agree with data centers. Honestly, we can live without it.
Here. Yeah, he has confirmed that it will. They will start the satellites on 2027 and be up to date in 2028. I mean, it only take them a
Yes,
year to
even
put.
though yes, they are doing that, they are still pushing to put data centers down here where you live.
I know. I don't agree with those. I'm just saying that the space idea is good in my
I'm
opinion.
not
If they really
saying
want them.
like to disagree to all data centers. I'm just saying to disagree to the ones that are trying to build on ground near your land, property, water, or anything like that. Say no to it because it will ruin you. Try different outlooks. Don't follow what the big corporations want you to do. So, that being said, I'm gonna end the video here, and I think in the next podcast we're gonna touch more bases on different things, and hopefully, I think this video is kind of more of like a idea set, I should say. I had my idea in the beginning, but it was just kind of more of like just definitely just talking out of, whatever. But hopefully in the next episode we will. I don't know what I want to talk about in the next one. I think I do definitely want to touch more bases on like, quote unquote, the conspiracy theory behind of actors basically selling their soul to the music industry to basically gain popularity so they can get more people. for trafficking and selling them to sacrificing them. But yeah, all that saying. Anybody else has anything else to say? Are we good?
Yeah, all good here.
Yep. Honestly, bruh, I ran out of things to talk about, man. This is gonna be hard. I'm a boring fool, dude. All I do is the same shit, but I'm decent at what I do.
Okay. Why don't you talk about your medical books the next time? That'd be pretty cool. Or
Oh yeah, like the army book about the catheter and shit. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
yeah. We can learn about
Tucker, I'm gonna
March in
need
the
you.
next
No,
episode.
yeah, I was
No,
about to say,
we're not
Tucker, I'm
gonna.
gonna need
We're not
to
gonna.
I'm gonna need to use
Tucker, lay
you.
down right now.
That's gotta be a whole fucking episode alone. Just give him a whole. Just gonna record him talking
Medical
about it for a whole
medical
episode.
medical moments with Tony.
Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly,
medical
just record
moments.
a whole fucking episode with him about that because I know it's gonna take up a whole episode. Just him
I'm gonna go on
talking
a
about
autistic
that.
rant.
Yeah.
Definitely about like.
Y'all ever heard of a
medical
nasopharyngeal tube? All right, watch this shit. Fucking swallows a hot dog
Demonstrate
through
it for
nose.
you right now.
Ooh,
Yeah,
they had
bro.
Deinosuchus to the.
I'll do that shit tomorrow for you guys if you want to see.
Okay, shit, I'm down. All right, so leave your guys comments down in, below in the videos. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about next. Anything that's trending right now. Leave a like and follow. And I hope to see you guys in the next one.